Hey, guess what? A city of India has banned a Pakistani romance movie called Bin Royal. It has no connection towards India as any insult. It is just a romance movie. And the main city that banned it was called... Well, I can't say it because it's a complicated name, and you must know me by now. I'm not good in reading these certain called names of different country names. It's called Maharashtra. Maharashtra. Like, fuck that government that lives there. The hell with that fucking government. They have banned it because they said Pakistan has been supporting terrorist attacks on them. Like, I hear it also on the news that India has been supporting terrorist attacks on Pakistan. I hear the same shit. And let's see, did Pakistan ban any movies that had any offense when there was no offense? Like, Pakistan, I hear they ban, like, what's that called? Eka Tiger Heron and a few others. But that's because they were portraying Pakistan in a negative way or just portraying Pakistani terrorists. I can understand that. You can ban it if I want to, but there was no reasons for you to ban Bin Royal just like that. Just because you said it's a Pakistani film. And saying shit like we banned it because it's Pakistani and also because we've been attacked by Pakistan. Like, same stories over there. Like, and Pakistan has many Bollywood films that come over. And does Pakistan ever ban most of them? No, they never ban most of them. They only ban a few of them that they don't think it's appropriate or for their nation to be called like that. Right. I also hear the video game called Fallout 3 has been banned from India because they were portraying a two-headed mutant cow in the game, and I hear India banned that. I understand they banned it for religious reasons, but Bin Royal had no connections towards India. It was a romance between a man and a woman. A childhood become a child of two close friends. Grew up, and the other one had feelings for the other, but the other one doesn't. And the other one is getting married to another one, but he just wants to express his feelings towards her. I'm not telling a story, but does that sound like an insult towards India? No, but that government there, the hell with you, you little bloody prick. Always encouraging hatred. Like, and when Pakistan will hear that, they will hate you, and they will also probably hate the whole nation of India. When India hears like, oh, you hate us, we hate you too. Like, and you still play cricket with each other. Oh, click, click, click. A few Indian players, a few cricket players, Pakistani players glaring at each other as they're playing ball or cricket with each other. Only a very few of them shake hands and gradually and try to be friendly towards each other. This is literally disgusting. You just... Ugh. I'm sorry if I'm so emotional, but I just can't stand rubbish. Yes, there were attacks on India, terrorist attacks. But do you know who have more terrorist attacks than India does? Your neighboring Pakistan. Okay, your neighboring Pakistan. Like, and I just hate people don't understand. Look at other people's situation and shit that happens. Like, they think about their own stuff and they're like, look what have you done? Like, we had more shit than you did like that. Don't give a shit. Your shit came to us and look what it did, you fucking little piece of... Like, and the story's being told even... Like, hey, did you hear about War has been banned from India? The whole country from India. War. You know, the very successful best-selling movie. This, I can sort of understand, but mostly I just think it was completely stupid, and I checked on YouTube of the news, and the news line of India. They said here, they portrayed us and they broke the peace treaty. But making this film about us, India, that guy here has been drinking too much of his mother's cock. He's a dirty little shithead. He's saying, and Pakistan's a terrorist state for making this moving, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. You can tell he raped someone. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I know, I have Indian friends as well. Like, and they don't say shit about me, saying, oh, they call me a bomber, like that. Once some Indian guy had to go at me and he called me a bomber and saying boom boom. Like, and I said, why you just go and rape someone like that? There's been told tourists go over there and sometimes they've been rape attacks and it's been told the Indian government has been covering it. Ugh, it almost sounds like I'm hating India, does it? Well, I don't. I don't. It's just, I don't like people saying shit about where my heritage is from. Hey. That city, it's got to learn. Oh, and they actually want, I don't know, so far I also heard they want to, they're asking the whole country of India to ban it as well. They're asking other parties to ban Bin Royal. And they're saying, like, I don't know, that city, they're saying they don't want any Pakistani movies to enter in their city or into India. That is just really immature behavior and just want me to put a boot in their face. Like, I be going on so much stuff on the internet. I should not be going on so much negative shit. Negative shit. I've written stuff on Facebook of saying the war between Pakistan and India is pointless. Then some Indian guys written comments of, like, saying you're a bunch of barbarians and terrorists and savages. Savages, of course, and you're completely fucking weak, like that, and you're nothing but a terrorist group, like that. If you're calling me a terrorist group, then you're a rapist group. Rapist group. If you think we like blowing people, of course, I guess you like getting blowed. If you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, if you're saying we got a terrorist mind, then you got a sexual harassment mind. Hey, saying shit like on Facebook, as I written, there's pointless this warfare. And next you come right, that's because you know I'm Pakistani. Because I've written, I'm a Pakistani and I don't believe in this war, and I think this war is pointless. Fighting over for a land, Kashmir. I heard on the news when the border war started again, for a short while. What disgusted me, I checked on both sides on the news. Civilians were mostly killed. Said here, Pakistani civilians shot at Indian civilians, and Indian soldiers shot at Pakistani civilians. On both sides of borders. And next, after a bit of a conflict, and there's been people coming over to give them aid, and this Indian guy says something very wise as he's helping these Indian people, his fellow Indians. But no, he's saying there's so many people that suffered here, and there's so many casualties of our own people. But it's not just here, it's also on the other side. They had suffered a lot as well. Like, exactly. He doesn't care. He just doesn't like the war. He's just coming over, and he noticed where these people are living on Kashmir. It's just expected of another upcoming war. I watched it on test tube. They said here, India and Pakistan, they have nukes, and they said that it's targeted on Kashmir, and they're targeted on, and Pakistan's targeted on India, and India targeted on Pakistan. But they said they say most probably Kashmir will become Kashmir might just become a nuclear wasteland in the future. Because nothing is going to be sorted out. Fighting over for some land. I can't believe. After when the short fight was over, both of the side, the government of Pakistan and the Indian government, they said, like, okay, yeah, let's have a peace. Yeah, the fight was over. But what pissed me off is how many civilians died. How many civilians on both sides died? Unarmed civilians. You shake hands, then you turn your head, then put the two of your hands to the back of your head, and you're saying, oh, I'm going to relax now. But you don't even think of how many people suffered and what they saw there. Like, and both of the governments of sides are pricks. And I literally hate racial history conflict. It's just fucking... just disgusting and stupid. I don't know. This is just my opinion. But I just can't stand shit like this. This is just literally unacceptable. They ban Bin Royal just because it's Pakistani made. And Pakistan, they receive a lot of Indian stuff, and do they ever complain? Most of the times, no. War was banned because of a story of a attack on the police station in Pakistan. Lots of police officers were killed. And then, let's see, after when they captured one of the terrorists, he said he was working for India. You just listened to one guy. Then the government of India, well, not government of India, I mean government of Pakistan accused India for the attack. And let's see, they apologized and all that shit, all that stuff. And said, but they said we didn't do any attack. That was years ago. Then they made the movie about Pakistan. But no, I mean, then Pakistan made the movie War and put that scene in there. But they did not mention India in it. They did not mention it, but they added that scene. But they did not mention the name India in it. You can suspect, oh, like, ooh, there's a possibility it could be the Indian government that plotted, or it could be the Taliban. But they did not mention the name. They did not mention the name. War was in India for a few days until it was banned by someone that said, oh, they were portraying India in a negative way. Yeah, it was a terrorist attack. Like, yeah, they are portraying India in a negative way, just calling us terrorists and all that. All that shit. And do you know Barack Obama? When he came over to India, and then he was in a high school place, he actually asked, like, any of you want to ask me a question? Some nerdy little bitch, who's India? I'm not saying, Indians, ugh. Like, she asked, why you not agree that Pakistan's a terrorist state? And he's saying, like, oh, no, Pakistan's not a terrorist state. They're just having trouble. They're having problems. They're also in the same shoes. And he's saying, oh, India and Pakistan should be allies and start doing trading again and all that. I agree with him there. But it just pissed me off as she was smiling and asking, what do you think if Pakistan's a terrorist state, of course? Terrorist state, like, let's say, if you call Pakistan's a terrorist state, then you're a victim of being raped by one of your fellow predators. Okay, that would have gone too far, what I said. You see what happens? We start stereotyping on each other. Well, up there I said it all. Hold a few of my Indian friends and I found what I said. I know, I was just angry, but still. Well, Pakistan was made so the Indian Muslims will have a better state where they don't have to get into violence or get into a conflict. If that did not happen, just shows you how much religion warfare never ends. No matter what religion you are or what color you are, there will always be some issue. I wish for peace and love around the world, and that India and Pakistan go on with each other. And to Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and Nepal. And also Afghanistan. Man, I lost it there. Since I am a Pakistani, someone who is from my, if someone's an Indian and they try to get into competition with me, and then I do get into competition, but I think that's very immature of me. Try and get best of me. Like, we should be mature and have a good, fair sporting game, or when I watch stuff I do get angry, like the time the hockey playing match, and I just heard stories of, I don't know, it's being told when Pakistan got India out in the finals in the hockey tournament. Let's see, Pakistan taunted with the Indian crowd and stick their finger at them, but I heard like years ago also that turns out, yeah, Indian players did that same with Pakistani. The Indian crowd, they complained about it, and two of those players have been removed. Of course, and after the final turn match like that, yeah, Germany versus Pakistan. And it said here India was rooting for Germany, but that's what happened. I don't know. India, they root for England when they play Pakistan, or when Pakistan root for England when they play with India. Just to get the who's got the better of them. It's just stupid. After when Germany beat Pakistan, Pakistan got the silver medal. But before that, when the Germany being told when German players stuck their finger at the Pakistanis, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck's going on? Just literally immature. No one complained about that. What happened, of course. Like, I know it was the final match, final ending of the tournament, but just saying it's very bloody immature. And just also years passed and there was the MMA cage fighting tournament of the Indian SFL when India versus Pakistan. Like, yeah, most Pakistanis lost in that tournament, but the last fight where the Indian stuck his finger at the Pakistani guy on the floor in the fight and like that. Yeah, I heard some judges complain that they said he should be disqualified, but some Indian judges told him to apologize to the Pakistani. Yeah, he apologized and all that, and a hug and the kissed on each other's cheek and all that. But I just really hate immature behavior. I don't understand the main respect of sporting. It's just really stupid or immature. Or once when India was celebrating Diwali in England and just when India Independence Day and they're waving their flags about. Some Pakistanis came over with their Pakistani flags and climb up on the lamppost and start waving them about, saying, "We're higher than you, we're higher than you." But I'm just thinking, why? Just why? It's their Independence Day. Like, don't cause competition. They're not starting nothing. Just don't. They might do in the future back at us, and then turn into a war of the who's got their flags up higher on somewhere else up or higher. Ugh. Just want to say this is just stupid. Okay. I gotta go. See ya.